Are you a dental hygiene student who is taking oral biology? This video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about the tooth development stages. Tooth development starts about 6 weeks in utero. This is when odontogenesis begins. Odont means tooth, genesis means beginning. The first stage is called the thickening, the induction. The oral epithelium thickens to form the dental lamina. That is your first sign of tooth formation. And if something goes wrong during this stage, that's when extra or missing teeth can form or not form. Stage 2, the budding stage. This is week 8. Think buddy up, find your buddy, like you're in 2nd grade or something. This is where the mesenchyme condenses to form the early tooth bud. Little fact, all primary teeth and your molars, the adult molars, they come from the dental lamina. So your permanent incisors, canines, and premolars, those develop from the, primary teeth that are reabsorbed. Those are your succedaneous teeth. Okay, now stage 3. The cap stage. This is at 9 weeks. Think about how children like to make, their little lingo, like no cap. So I like to think of like 9-year-olds are capping, they're lying. Anyway, so we're forming the cap of the tooth, the crown. This is when the enamel organ appears with these layers. We have the outer enamel epithelium, the inner enamel epithelium, the stellate reticulum, and stratum intermedium. Those are inside. And then we have the enamel knot. Those are going to be the future cusp tips. So surrounding it all is called a dental follicle. And inside is the dental papilla. That will become dentin and pulp. Think of dental papilla, the dentin and pulp. Defects that can happen here: cyst, gemination, fusion, dens and dente, which is tooth in a tooth. Now stage 4, the bell stage. This is 11 to 14 weeks. I like to think of Beauty and the Beast. The tooth transforms, or the beast transforms. That's called histodifferentiation. I like to think of it as like, oh, the beast was hairy. He's so hairy. This is when the cell gets its identification and they morphodifferentiate. The crown shape forms. So we have our ameloblasts, which turn into enamel, our odontoblasts that turn into dentin. Then we have the edentin matrix that forms the collagen, which is why the dentin is soft. Then we have our enamel matrix, which forms the amelogenin. That's the hardening of the protein. So the outer and inner enamel layers, they join and form the cervical loop, which becomes the reduced enamel epithelium, also known as REE. You'll see OEE and IEE, which are the outer and inner, and then we have the REE. Anyway, which later turns into the junctional epithelium. Okay, and now we have this thing called the Hertwig root sheath. I like to think of Hershey's because it melts/disintegrates into epithelial rests of Malices. That is what helps form the roots. That is very important. Possible defects that happen here: enamel hypoplasia, enamel pearls, and concrescence. Roots fused by cementum. Okay, and now we have the final stage, eruption/maturation. Now the enamel and dentin calcify and harden. It starts at the cusp tips and moves cervically or apically. Now it takes about 2 years for primary teeth to fully form and about 4 to 5 years for permanent crowns to finish, before eruption of about 6 years old. That's when they go into the mixed dentition stage. Quick little recap. Enamel organ turns into ameloblasts, then amelogenin, and then enamel. Dental papilla, odontoblast, dentinal matrix, dentin and pulp. The dental follicle, cementoblasts, cementum. Osteoblasts are the alveolar bone, and the fibroblasts are the PDL. Have fun studying, and I'll see you later. Bye!